So guys, now in this video we are going to take a look at this fuzzing framework called PooFuzz. It's based on Python programming language. So if you are good at Python, then you'll get obviously good at this PooFuzz framework. Now this is not default module in the Python. You need to install it. To do that, you need to open the command prompt or terminal and type pip install PooFuzz. Now I have already installed this, that's why I get this message requirement already satisfied. But you install it and it will take 2 minutes maximum. So now let's get started guys, how to use this framework for fuzzing the applications. Now in the same video, in the previous videos, I'm going to use the same binary called OSCP. First let's understand this PooFuzz framework with an old example. I mean previous videos example, so that you can get clear understanding of PooFuzz framework. Now my binary is running. Let's see what the IP address is. It's 189.128. Now to import, let me write the IP address first. I may remember shortly just for fun. Okay. Now importing socket, we have written import socket. Then you need to type socket dot for each and every function in the socket library. To avoid that, you can also say from PooFuzz import star. What this line mean is we are going to import every function and variable inside the PooFuzz module. So you don't need to call PooFuzz dot this function name, PooFuzz dot that function name. You don't need to call like that. It will save some time and space. Okay, first we need to create a session object. To do that, you need to say session is equals to session of, we need to specify the target one. Target is equals to, and in that we need to give a target function. This target function takes a arguments a connection. We need to type connection is equals to, now what type of connection? We need the socket connection. In this socket connection we need to pass IP address and the port number, which is 1337, and we need to specify the protocol we going to use, which is TCP. Okay, this is one very long function which takes more parameters, but if you practice for 2 times it will be very easy. We are creating a session object and the target is a connection, and which connection? It is socket connection with the values IP address, port number and protocol name, which is TCP. Okay, up to now it's clear. Now we need to create a template is like the form of what input parameter the application will accept. In our case, in the previous video we have seen it's overflow 1 plus space and plus our junk data. So that we need to define it here as a template. To do that, we need to type s underscore initialize and we need to give a name to this template, say overflow 1. Now under this we need to create some commands. You need to just construct a string that will be used by this fuzzer. So we are going to send overflow 1 and some AAS, right? In every request, in every packet, the overflow 1 is constant, so we can declare it as static. That means the overflow 1 will never change, right? Only the data we will be sending after overflow 1 will be changed. Now since this is the AAA is dynamic or changing, you can say s underscore string. In here you can simply put AAA. Now this our template has been completed. Now we need to we need to connect to our target. After connecting, you need to get ready this template one. You need to specify the template name here. So what this line mean is this session object will try to connect to this connection and will be get ready to execute this template. To execute this template, we need to type session.fuzz. Now at this point, already connection has been made and the template is loaded into the session object. Now fuzzer will see this template and will fuzz the application. Okay, let's see it in action. Now our application is running on port 1337. Now let's run our Python program. Okay, one more thing I want to show is now we need to install another software called DB browser because Bufas framework will store the results in a SQLite format. To view SQLite format in GUI representation, you need to download this DB browser. Just click on download this standard installer and click on next and install. It's very easy. I will leave it to you that installation. Now let's run the program. Now we can see our program has been overflow. Now let's stop the script. Now you can see even the application has been overflowed with yes. Our Python script has been sending still the packets. It may because this program is multi-threaded application and another thread will be created and again that will be accepted by the fuzzer. Okay guys, now let me restart this program. You can see our program memory has been filled with yes. Now to see results, open File Explorer and search here for Bufas results. And you can see the path is C users username and Bufas results folder. Now what you gonna do is right click on this and click on open with. Click show apps and DB browser. If you don't see the DB browser, click on look for another app on PC and locate to C, navigate to C program files and DB browser and click on this SQLite one. Now you can see here our database has been opened. To see only the fuzzing data, you can go to browse data and click on steps. It will show you each and every step the fuzzer has been created in the database. As we noticed, our program has crashed with yes. Okay, keep that in mind. Now this is the test case index and this is the description. This is data. This is the actual data the fuzzer has sent and this is the timestamp. Now if you click one, first one is overflow one and if you click here, you can see bunch of S here. And it's sending with 5016 bytes. And the next one is // which we does not care because our application has been stopped at this AAS. So the fuzzer is saying that after sending 5016 bytes of AS, our application has been crashed. But in a previous video, we got the first point that program crashed at 2150 bytes. But this is showing wrong. If you think this is showing wrong, no, it's not. It's correct. So what the fuzzer does is it will send the random number of thousands of bytes. It will directly sending 5016 bytes. It not checking from base 0, 100, 200 like that. It is sending 5016 bytes at a time. So our application has the buffer of holding say more than 5000 and that's why our ears have been placed there. Okay guys, I hope you have understood now how to fuzz with Bufas. And you can also try this by sending using the netcat, send the 5016 bytes and your application will get overflow.